Plug those headphones in. It's time for Ireland's only interactive podcast, the multi-award winning Opinions Matter with Adrian and Jeremy.
Hello, this is Adrian Kennedy. This is a short little clip from our most recent Opinions Matter podcast. If you want to hear the whole thing, go to wherever you get your podcasts and search for Opinions Matter with Adrian and Jeremy and follow us there.
This woman not being locked up, that would have just continued and continued and continued. It's disgusting.
Terry, you messaged on Facebook there to say you have how many convictions?
68, Adrian. 68. This is going back years now.
Okay, going back years. Okay.
Yeah.
So what age are you now?
I'm 44 now. And my last one, it was about 14 or 15 years ago at this stage.
Right, okay. So you've been, have you been a good boy ever since, or have you just not been caught?
Yeah, no, I have. Like, now, Adrian, don't get me wrong. I was a bollocks. I was an out-and-out bollocks, like, when I was a teenager, between, like, 18 and 30. Fucking everything. Like, it was all about getting money for coke or heroin or whatever you get my hands on it. And you do anything. You will literally do anything. You're not in the right space. You're not in the right headspace. So, I regret all of those things I did in the past, and I heard your story there, and I'm thinking, what age did you say she was? What, 29 or something?
She's 29. Yeah.
I know people are going to find this controversial, but honestly, some people might laugh at it. But I think, given her age and her circumstances, you said she was homeless and all. What she needs is help, not imprisonment. And I think, honestly, because I've been there, I've been in her shoes. Now, my crimes, maybe I never used a knife on anyone like that, but I honestly think that she should be given a chance. I know that sounds strange.
She's got 134 chances before, literally.
I know, but Adrian, we don't know the circumstances behind. We don't know why she's doing these things. We don't know her family circumstances.
Terry, you don't need to know the circumstances. I mean, the charges are, or the convictions are, assault, theft, criminal damage, burglary, drugs, road traffic offences. What's your most, if you want to talk about it, and what's your...
Again, they'd be similar now. Don't put assault. I was joyriding as a teenager. I used to rob tools out of vans. I'd be selling drugs, pretty much all of it, you know. But I just wanted to, and I felt the need to chime in because the axes are out for that young one, and I just wanted to call in just as proof that I was a prick, an absolute prick. But I'm 44 now. My last conviction was when I was about 30 when I had my last conviction. So I'm proof. I'm proof that people can change.
Okay, let me ask you, Terry. Sorry, how many convictions did you say you had?
68.
68 previous convictions.
I know.
And in those 68, did you do any prison time?
I did prison time for assault, yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. So you did do prison time.
But you're saying you were a little bollocks. But literally, you didn't learn your lesson until you were 30. Are you saying it took you until the age of 30 to grow up and cop onto yourself? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think growing up for people, Jeremy, it's very different. It depends on the environment you're in. Now, hang on. I know what you're going. I'm not looking to excuse my behaviour. I'm just saying that there were reasons for it. There was a drug habit there. There wasn't a loving home. There was fuck all to do. Like, it was just. I lost the run of myself for all of those years, and I deeply regret it. I really do.
So somebody, the question we're asking today is: should we have a 3 strikes policy in Ireland? So if you are convicted of 3 serious offences, we're asking: should you be locked up for life? And that would have happened to you before the age of.
I would have been in prison. I would have been in prison now and for the rest of my days. And the thought of that killed.
Yeah, but that's where you belong.
No,
yes, it is.
No. Jeremy, no, it's not, because like I met the love of my life when I was 35. We've since been married. We have a couple of kids and have a good life. And the thought of not having that now, I just felt the need to ring in, because I know everyone's. And listen, her crimes have been horrific, and the rap sheet is horrific, and I get that. But we all deserve a chance. I know she's had loads of chances, but she's only 29. You have to remember that.
What's only 29 got to do with that? Some penny drops when you reach the age of 30, does it?
Well, it did for me, Adrian. It did for me. And I'm just speaking up, I'm speaking up for her, because I think if I can do it, anyone can. And for anyone listening at the moment who's doing this show...
Okay, so when we hear of somebody with 134 previous convictions, most people think that she should be locked up and the key thrown away. And you're saying...
And I understand that. Okay,
I understand people saying that. You're saying, God love her, she needs help, not to be locked away.
I think the help side of it should be talked about more than it is at the moment, because they're all out with their pitchforks now. The girl clearly has issues, like serious issues. And people need to get to the root of that.
With your 68 convictions, a lot of your convictions would have had a victim, is that right?
With the assaults would have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so... Yeah. In terms of...
Sorry, hang on. Every conviction has a victim.
No. Well, driving a car without insurance doesn't have a victim.
What it is if you knock the person down?
My point is, why should you be walking around the streets, living your life happy as Larry, with your lovely wife, when you didn't give a damn about some individuals that you assaulted back in the day? Now... In other words, why should you be able to live a normal life when you have victims in your past?
I understand that, Adrian, and I'll tell you something. If I could see them all one by one, now maybe they won't want to see me. I'm sure the last person they want to see is me. Oh, I will apologise now to each and every one of them, anyone that I've ever, because it hurts now. And when I was between 18 and 30, I literally didn't give a shit, Adrian, and I think I developed maturity later on in life, because I don't know what it was. I don't know what the straw was that broke the camel's back that just made me cop on, but I did. And I'm just highlighting that there are people out there with long rap sheets that are capable of sorting their lives out, and I'm one of them. And I hope that's the case for this one. And I just think people need to be... Okay, so
rather than being so judgmental, as a lot of people are, when they hear of 134 previous convictions, they want to lock her up and throw away the key. You're saying, please try and be a bit more understanding.
Just think of why. Okay. Think of the why.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Stay there. Let me just bring Jessica back in.